So on this episode of Where's Nikita Going Next, we're on our way to Italy. We had a stop in Paris. Our first stop when we landed was Milan. This was the cathedral we first stopped at. I took a video of this because it reminded me of Game of Thrones. And then we made our way to Starbucks Reserve, of course. The drinks there were pretty good. They offered like alcoholic beverages as well. This is our house at Lake Como, our view. We stopped at a villa, I think in Bellagio. I think this was the James Bond villa. This was a popular bridge, but I forgot the name of it. I can't think of it. There's my boyfriend running. And then we went to a botanical garden, which had like all different types of like trees and stuff. Lots of different plants. And then we made our way to a coffee shop, of course. And we had some gelato at Lake Garda. This was like the best gelato I've ever had in my time at Italy. This was Verona. We of course had lots of pizza and pasta there. This was Juliet's house. This was a view from the top. This was a balcony. We stopped for pasta here. These were the scooters we were riding around. Look at us posing. There were love lockets everywhere. This was another botanical garden. I just forgot the name of it, but this was bigger, I think. There are turtles in the pond there. This is like the overall view of that garden. I think this is Dolomites. Yes, this is Dolomites. Dolomites was amazing. It was so beautiful. This is behind the Cicada Mountain. This was one of the hikes we did. Oh, we only did one hike, but this was it. And it was pretty easy, pretty simple, but it was kind of scary because there was no like railing or anything. So if you miss a step, you're like rolling down, but worth it because of the views. We gathered a bunch of rocks and we put Nikita, Smith, and Simba. This was Fun Bop. That's what it's called. An activity we did. It was basically a roller coaster around the mountain. This was Lake Breeze. So we kayaked here. And look at the water. It was so nice. The weather was beautiful. And the water was really clear. Worth it. This was our Airbnb at Dolomites. And this was the view around it. There were actually cows in that shed. So I finally decided, we were in Venice, so I finally decided to put our love locket, and then I kissed the key goodbye. And we went to a bar in Venice called Nikki Bar. It was a brunch place, and that's actually Nikki. And I was like, oh, is it a short form for something? She's like, Nikita, and I'm like, oh, I'm Nikita too. It was pretty cool. We rode the gondola in Venice, and then we went to a bras bar, and there were a bunch of bras hung up everywhere, and you could see how excited my boyfriend was. And then I asked the bartender, I'm like, is do you guys put up the bra? And he's like, no, like people donated. And I was like, wow, interesting. That last clip we were at the Ferrari Museum. This was, I think, Florence. Yeah, this was Florence. This was a popular panini place we went to. We went to see David, and then we made our way to a winery. I think it was called the Chianti Winery or something. And then we stopped at the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And this was Cinque Terre. It was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. It was amazing. We actually went to Nessun Dorma, and this is the exact view you get from that restaurant. And this is the plate you get, and then we made our way home. We landed in, we had to stop at London, so we were there, and then we went home.